but the former Spain international is training very well and has no fitness issues. Imagine. The same report states that there is confusion surrounding matter and why interim manager Ralf Rangnick has not given him a chance to contribute. Several La Liga clubs have already made inquiries to sign the World Cup winner as a free agent in the summer, but Mata could well explore playing in a different country. The Athletics Spanish reporter Demont Corrigan has stated that Mata still feels he could make an important contribution for a club in one of Europe's leading leagues. Mata has contributed 51 goals and 47 assists in 277 games for United, after arriving in a helicopter to Carrington following his £37.1 million move from Chelsea under David Moyes. The departure of Juan Mata will free up a first-team place for the club's talented youngsters, and it wouldn't be a surprise to see him return to the club in an ambassador role once he calls time on his glittering playing career. Honestly, he looks like a legendary Manchester United player. Honestly, would have loved to see this man on the pitch more, because we know Mata is good, and probably results would have changed with his presence on the pitch. But that's that about that blog post. And to the last blog post of this episode, it says, Manchester derby embarrassment leaves Scholes bemused about Rangnick. After Manchester United lost 4-1 to Manchester City, Paul Scholes railed against Ralf Rangnick and the perception he has improved the team. Manchester United great Paul Scholes was once again left questioning the club's wisdom, hiring Ralf Rangnick as interim manager after Sunday's 4-1 derby humiliation by Manchester City. Kevin De Bruyne and Riyad Mahrez got 2 goals apiece at the Etihad Stadium as City restored their lead at the Premier League summit to 6 points over Liverpool. United, without Cristiano Ronaldo due to a hip injury, started the game well and were good value for their 22nd minute equalizer by Jadon Sancho. But thereafter it was one-way traffic as Ralf Rangnick suffered only his second Premier League defeat in 14 matches. Despite that record, Scholes cannot get past Rangnick's lack of recent experience in coaching, having only actually been in charge of a team for 2 of the previous 10 seasons, instead spending much of his time as a sporting director. Rangnick was hired as Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's replacement at the end of November until the end of the season, at which point he will move into a consultancy role. The move was initially widely praised as it seemed to suggest United were looking to establish an on-field identity that Rangnick would subsequently be able to influence with big-picture decisions, but Scholes is struggling to see the reasoning behind hiring him as the interim manager. What do we expect? We brought in an interim coach who hasn't coached at an elite team, he told Premier League Productions. He hasn't coached a big team. He hasn't coached at a big football club like United, where there's so much expected of Manchester United. Whoever you are playing against, it doesn't matter. He's never been at a top club. He's coached the club for 2 years out of the last 10 years. How have United behind the scenes come to the conclusion that this man is going to be the right man for 6 or 7 months? It baffles me. The players are lost on the football pitch. The first 20 minutes I was surprised. They played really well. They were comfortable on the ball. Paul Pogba up front looked alright. His Rangnick subs have worked the last few weeks, don't get me wrong, but it was a deflated team. As much as you can have a go at United, they were playing against possibly one of the best teams we've seen. In the second half, the players looked lost. They looked like they didn't have a clue what they were doing. Honestly, they never knew what they were doing in the second half. Prior to the weekend, Rangnick had been praised for improving United defensively. Before Sunday's hammering, they had conceded 10 goals in 13 league games under the German, having let in 21 in 12 with Solskjaer at the end. Only Norwich City and Newcastle United 27 each had worse records at the time of the Norwegian sacking. But Scholes believes that changing fortunes at the back is a red herring, and the data seems to back him up to a certain degree. David De Gea's saves since Rangnick's arrival have accounted for the prevention of 6 goals the average goalkeeper would not be expected to prevent, second only to Jose Sa 6.1. Sa 192 is also the only keeper to face more shots than De Gea 180 in that time as well, suggesting United are not much better defensively than before. They are just relying on their goalkeeper improved form. Honestly, they were lucky. It's not 5 or 6. Again, the goalkeeper 5 or 6 save. Scholes continued. We spoke after the game, saying defensively since Ole is gone, Rangnick shot things up. He hadn't, never in a million years. He's kidding himself if he thinks that. The keeper has stopped him from getting batterings for a long time. Sunday was exactly the same, but having 10-1, very disastrous game. But that's that about our annoying game with Man City. Analyzing the game was so exhausting and annoying. We'll just have to make this episode. Alright, in our next game, we'll be facing Tottenham as they'll be coming to Old Trafford to face us. Honestly, with this kind of result, I can't anticipate much. I don't even have any expectations. Like, my expectations blank presently. We want to just say, if we are to win, I'll be expecting a slight win, a 1-0. Considering we won the first leg, they want to come at that now. So if we are to win, it will be very slight. And if we are to lose, it will be very massive as this 4-1. Because they would have obviously seen our loopholes. But that's dive out this episode. See you guys in the next episode, and just remain happy for yourself, not for Manchester United, because presently we are, I don't know what we are. Remain red forever.